In this video, I'm going to answer the question, how long does it take to get a sale on RedBubble? And I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to get that first sale on RedBubble. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is Juna with Detour Shirts, the channel all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. If that's something you like to do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So there's several questions that I get a lot, and one of them is, how long does it take to get a sale on RedBubble? And usually what I say is it takes between a week and 3 months. So somewhere between there, it really depends on what you're uploading, where you're uploading, and all of those things. So I know that answer is really broad. So I went to my Facebook group and asked the same question, and I asked, how long did it take you to get a first sale on RedBubble? So I got that, as well as how many designs did you have on RedBubble before you got your first sale? So I thought that was an interesting thing. And I thought it would be important also to put in this video tips on how you can get that first sale faster on RedBubble. So these tips are actually here to help you make your first sale, but if you follow these tips, they also will give you more and more sales on RedBubble. And as you make more sales on RedBubble, you'll understand what sells well for you, and you can just do more of those. So hopefully this video is really helpful for those that are on RedBubble and want to get that first sale, that haven't gotten that first sale, kind of give you an overview of what it takes and how long it takes and all of that. So you're going to want to stay to the end so that you can see all of those 7 tips, as well as another edition of trend credits. So let's get into this video. So this video is all about helping you get your first sale on RedBubble, as well as getting multiple sales on RedBubble. So first, that poll that I did on my RedBubble group, you can see here, this was the poll. How long did it take you to get your first sale? So a lot of answers here, about 77 votes, so not quite 100, but you can see most people said about a month. So right here, 35 people out of 77 said about a month. The rest of them are trickling down here. I made this graph. It's the same thing as this right here. This is the poll on Facebook, and this is a graph that matches the poll here. So what the data shows here is that 70% get their first sale in about a month or less, and 85% get them in 2 months or less, and some trickle here about 3 months, and some haven't gotten it yet. But you can see the majority of people get it in less than a month. So how long does it take for you to get your first sale? If you're average, you'll probably get it in about a month. And that's why I say 1 to 3 months, because I think with 3 months, we're probably capturing 90% of people will get it in 3 months. So, but if you're like most, you only have to wait about a month. The next question I asked on my Facebook group was, how many designs did it take? How many designs did you have up already on RedBubble? Because a lot of people are like thinking, I'll just put in 10 designs and hope for the best and get some sales. So you can see on this right here, most people had between 1 and 50. Between 1 and 50 designs on RedBubble. That's when they got their first sale. 94%, so if you want to play it safe, 94% had between 1 and 200 designs. So obviously you have a better chance when you have more designs up there. So, don't just put 10 designs up there. You could be like these people, these 14 people that got it with 10, but if you want to give yourself a better chance, put about 200 designs on there, and you'll have a really good chance of making your first sale. So those are the polls that I did on Facebook. Hopefully those are really helpful for you. So you can see it's not just me saying that put a lot of designs on RedBubble, put about 100 designs. I usually say put at least 100 designs on RedBubble and give it 3 months before you make your first sale. So here the data is showing, at least with 100 people on my Facebook group, that yeah, you should be putting at least 50 up to 200 is probably good for 94%. And you do need to wait between 2 and 3 months, basically. So what are some other tips that can help you get your sales faster? Well, I got 7 more for you. Here's the first one. Create designs for topics people are looking for. I think one of the things that people make the mistake of doing when they first get onto print on demand is, I have so many ideas, I'm just going to put it on t-shirts and I'm going to get lots of sales because I have so many ideas. So your designs may be great in your head and you think they're super funny, but you have to think of are these topics that people actually are looking for and want to buy? So that's something that you really need to think about when you're designing print on demand. So one way to find out what people are looking for on Redbubble specifically is the trend searches right here. Redbubble is telling you these things are trending because people are looking for them. So look for those trend lines. That's why I try to push trends every week, because that's a real easy way for you to know that people are actually looking for those topics. Another thing you could do is just go onto the Redbubble site themselves, and they will tell you what people are looking for. If you go here for t-shirts, for example, you can see Redbubble is saying shop by theme. Why? Because people are looking for music and movies and sports and games and these kinds of things. So just search, get familiar with the Redbubble site and look what kinds of topics people are looking for. There is a specific audience that Redbubble knows is shops on their site, and they will tell you, these are the kinds of things, because they want you to be successful too. So another thing you could do is look at the calendar. There's so many trends and holidays that are coming up. In May, for example, Cinco de Mayo, do some designs for that, because people are going to be looking for those shirts. Mother's Day shirts, Memorial Day shirts. People are going to be looking for these holiday trends, these other kinds of trends that come up every year. People want to buy those things as presents, as gifts and things. So here is something that is key to selling on print on demand and anywhere on the internet, actually. So the key to getting a sale on print on demand is to provide the buyer something they want. Don't just put up things that you think they want. Do the research and figure out exactly what they want. And if you put that in front of them and you put something in front of them that they want, they're most likely going to buy, right? So this is really key to selling on print on demand. If you can understand this right here and figure out what people want, you'll get a lot more sales. So tip number 2, find low competition topics and niches. So what I mean by that is you might have to niche down. So for example, the cat niche you can see here on Redbubble, 1 million results, right? Super saturated niche, super big, lots of results. If you just tag your design cat, it's going to be really difficult. On the other hand, here, if you niche down, which means you're still in the same niche, but you're doing something a little more specific. Here, cat knows feminist, only 1,000 results. You can see so much better. You have a better chance of selling something here when someone looks for cat knows feminist. Hopefully you can provide them something that they want and be on the first page, and when they scroll down, they see yours and buy yours instead. So that's one way that you can help yourself get more sales, is by being in niches or topics that are a lot smaller, that have fewer results. Lower competition will give you a better chance of making that sale. Tip number 3 is this: be consistent and try to upload every day. So a lot of people go into print on demand thinking that it is purely a passive income business, and it kind of is. You can make money while you sleep, but you have to be consistent at uploading things. So you can't just throw up 500 designs, 200 designs on one day and then just let it sit there for 3 months and expect something to happen. It is much better for you to upload consistently and get more sales that way. Think about it as exercise. It's not going to do you a lot of good to just run a marathon one day and not do anything for 3 months. First of all, if you're not ready for a marathon, you could get hurt. And that's only 1 day out of the 3 months. It would be much better for you to, run a mile or 2 every day for 3 months, and then you'll see a good improvement. Same thing with print on demand. And one way to do that is with this upload and sales daily tracker that I have on my site, detourshirts.com. It's absolutely free. It's just a PDF. I use it myself. You can print it out and just keep track of it. It works for any month because you can write in the month there and write in the days, and just keep track of your uploads every day. Do at least 1 a day until you get comfortable, and maybe do 2 a day and 3 a day. And I think you will see that your sales will also go up as you upload more and more. You really got to put the reps in. You got to keep up with it. You can't just do, upload once a month and expect good results. You're going to have to upload as much as you can. I would say daily, if you can do that, at least 3-4 times a week, right? So think of this as exercising your print-on-demand muscles, and you'll see it grow. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is designing for the product. And this is something that I think a lot of new designers forget to do. So let me show you what I mean. On here, you can see t-shirts have a different shape than stickers, right? So t-shirts, for the most part, I mean, most of these right here, these are the top selling t-shirts right now, best selling. You can see they're taller rectangles because that's what the shape of a t-shirt is a taller rectangle. For stickers, you can do any kinds of shape, but a lot of times they're longer. And if you put this on a t-shirt, you wouldn't see it, right? Think of the medium that you're designing for. So for t-shirts, do this. For stickers, you can do long, you can do circles, you can do any kinds of shapes. On stickers, it doesn't really matter, but a lot of times it is longer than taller. So think about that when you're designing for your products. If you're going to design a t-shirt, make the best t-shirt that you can using the right styles and designs and stuff. So design for the product. Get to know what is a good t-shirt design if you're going for t-shirt. Get to know what is a good sticker design if you're designing stickers and so on. So design for the specific product will help you get more sales on RedBubble and any print-on-demand site. So tip number 5 is upload to multiple products. I know that seems like a contradiction to my last tip here, but let me show you what I mean. So you can still design stickers on here, and if they need to be different on different products, you can see here this person did a sticker and they put it on a shirt, but when they did it on a journal, it looks totally different. When they did it on a pillow, it looks totally different. So think about your different products and how it would look well on those different products. You can see on this one, this is a t-shirt design and it fit well on a pillow, but on the tapestry, they did this pattern thing here, right? So you're going to want to think of the product when you're designing for it, but you can also change it up and put it on multiple products to give yourself a better chance of a sale. You'll never know if you're going to sell a t-shirt, if you're going to sell a sticker, if you're going to sell a hoodie or a pillow or a journal. RedBubble is great because it has so many different products. And so I would put them on as many products as they look good. And if you can figure out how they look well on those products, change it up a little bit if you need to. So that is your tip number 5. So tip number 6 is upload better designs than the competition. So what I mean by that is when people are scrolling through RedBubble, they're not just going to see your design. They're going to see your design with lots of other designs out there, right? So kind of like this. So if you design this t-shirt right here, sorry if I'm using yours, but this is just an example of it. Here, if I did this design, I would put my design with all the other designs here in the top bestseller or most relevant and see if mine stands out over all of these. What I think stands out right now is this one, right? And the reason why I think this one stands out over all the rest of it is because they made it easy to read. They're using the right colors. They filled that space, that tall rectangle, right? Everything just kind of works together, right? The colors, white on black. So this is where it comes in handy to get to know how a good t-shirt design looks like, right? Don't just put words on a t-shirt because it's the trend and you have a graphic on there. So figure out what it takes to make your design as good as or better than what is up here already. You can do these things, make it stand out, make it easy to read, use the right colors, fill the space, make sure everything works together. You really need to study design, composition, layout, those kinds of things. When creating a t-shirt, when creating a sticker, do the same thing. I'm using t-shirts here for an example, but you can do the same thing with other products. Take your product, put it here, and see if it does better. If it's not, you're not giving yourself the best chance of making a sale, right? People are going to come here, search for this tag, look here and like, which one of these am I going to pick, right? They're going to pick the one that is best for them, the one that stands out, the one that gives them the most value, the one that they're, would like to wear. So think about that. you have to actually design things people want to wear. If it's a t-shirt, you have to actually design stickers that people want to use and put on their laptops or water bottles, right? So always be aware of that. So that's tip number 6. And the last tip I have for you here is use relevant tags and keywords. And I know there's a lot of tag spamming going on out there on Redbubble, but you can do your part by doing the right relevant tags and keywords. And where do you put them? You put them right here when you're designing your t-shirts or your products here. So you have the title, that's required. You have your tags, you can use up to 15. You have your description. So what do these mean? So when you click on these eyes here, this is what happens. First of all, the title, use a descriptive title that explains your artwork. So use a lot of good keywords here. This makes it easier for people to find your design based on their searches because you're putting in relevant keywords that people are searching for. So if you're doing that cat design or that frog design, make sure that those words are in there, right? As far as tags, this is what it says for tags. Tags are how your audience finds your work. Use 15 relevant tags per upload. Use search terms your audience would be looking for to find your work, including your name. So you can put your name in there. If you like Detour Shirts, I would put that in there, if whatever your brand is, so people can find you by your name as well. Make sure to separate tags with commas. For example, panda, comma, bear, comma, black and white. So a good way to find what tags are working is to search on Redbubble, look what other people are using, and sometimes Redbubble will actually show some tags up there for you too, so use some of those. And lastly, the description. Share the story or meaning behind your work. You don't have to give away any secrets, but your audience will appreciate a little insight into what you created. So description, why did you design this? Who is it for? That kind of thing. Make sure that's in the description. So this is just good SEO tactics, right? Make sure that you have the right keywords in here so you're findable, you're searchable. Make sure people can easily find you when you're on Redbubble. If people can't find you and you're not using the right tags, you're using tags that don't match what you're designing. Like if you're designing a cat, don't put in frog there just because frogs are trending, right? People aren't going to buy your cat design if they're looking for frogs. So make sure you're using relevant tags that match your product, right? So here are all 7 tips to get your sale faster. This is for Redbubble and any print-on-demand site. Really, I think this works. So first, create designs for topics people are looking for. That is key. That's why I put it on number 1, because you can't just put up anything and expect a sale. Number 2, find low competition topics and niches. Number 3, be consistent. Try to upload every day. 4, design for the product. Make sure your t-shirt design looks well on a t-shirt. Make sure your sticker looks good for a sticker. Upload to multiple products. You never know what's going to sell on Redbubble. Redbubble has so many products, so you have a better chance of selling when you're on multiple products. Upload better designs in the competition. Don't just put up a design because that's what the trend is. Make sure that your design is actually something people want to buy and wear and use, right? And then use relevant tags and keywords so that you can be searchable and people can find you. So those are the tips that I wanted to share with you today. Take a snapshot of this. Make sure to save it. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully this video was really helpful for you, especially for those that are just starting out on Redbubble, or maybe you've been on Redbubble for a while and haven't gotten a sale. Use these tips here. And if you are already getting sales, I think these tips are really helpful. These are the tips I use currently anyway, even though I have lots of sales. So let me know in the comments if there are any other tips you think that are helpful that I missed. And I want to know how long it took you to get a sale on Redbubble, if you got a sale already. Thanks so much for staying to the end. And your reward is another edition of Trend Credits. Thanks for joining me on this trend credit. Here is your trend teacher off-duty shirt. Let's take a look at this. Some low BSRs, and that's because school's just about over and teachers are out for the summer. So you can see here some super low BSRs already. Let's take a look at Merch Informer. On Merch Informer, it's getting an A, so you know it's good. If you don't have Merch Informer, I have a link in the description for Merch Informer. You can get it and check your competition here and get an A. So you can see one thing that I like when you scroll down, you can see this one's getting 51 sales. Like, it's getting a lot of sales. So you know that this is something that people are buying. So one of the tips that I shared, and it's relevant here on Amazon, is to design things that people actually are looking for and want to buy, and people are. So that's one way you can tell with the BSRs. People are buying it. If it's low, that means people are currently buying these things. There's so many teachers out there. This would make a great gift for them. So teacher off-duty shirt, that is your trend credit for this video. So that is it for this video. Hopefully that was really helpful. I think I gave so many tips out there, answered so many questions that I get all the time about how long does it take? I don't get a sale on RedBubble. How long does this take? How many do I have to upload? So I answered a lot of those questions for you and gave you tips on what you need to do to get those sales faster. Hopefully those are really helpful for you too. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I got a lot more videos to help you design and sell t-shirts online. And if you want to see more videos to help you with print on demand, click these videos right here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.